Hello everyone, welcome to Wicked West Books. My name is Meg West and today I am going to be doing the Nope Trope book tag. This book tag was created by Zoe from Zoe's All Booked, and I was actually tagged for once to do a tag video. So I was tagged by Spoopyhol, whose name is Holly, and basically there are a few tropes that have prompts that go with it, and let's go ahead and get started. So the first trope we're going to mention is the eavesdropping / miscommunication trope, which is my absolute least favorite trope of all time. I'm gonna put that out there. I hate that. I hate that when it happens in books. And the prompt for this one is a book that you heard such great things about, you were sure you were going to love it, and then you didn't. I might come under a lot of fire for this one, honestly. So for this one, I'm picking The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I've heard amazing things about it, and honestly I think it wasn't for me, and it wasn't the dragons, because I love dragons, and it wasn't the size of the book, because I have no issue with big books. There's been lots of big books that I've read and enjoyed. Not the romances, because I had no real issues with the romances, and it's not the fantasy politics, because I often love fantasy politics. I honestly can't quite put my finger on why I didn't enjoy this book, but I didn't. And honestly, I'm kind of sad about it. I wanted to love this book. I really did. I love The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, and this has a lot of things in it that should have made it right up my alley, but it wasn't. Trope number 2 is the love triangle. Name a series in which you can't pick your favorite book from the series. I actually have 2 answers for this one. The first one that I want to mention is the Codex Alera series by Jim Butcher. This is the same author who wrote The Dresden Files, which I honestly didn't enjoy, never got into. And he also has a steampunk kind of book series that he's currently working on that I kind of put in the middle. I like it alright, but the Codex Alera series, all of the books were just fantastic, and Jim Butcher wrote them on a dare / challenge to write a book that combined Roman Legion and Pokemon, and this was the result. And I think that this series gets slept on quite a bit, and if you know Jim Butcher, you know him from The Dresden Files, not Codex Alera. But Codex Alera, in my opinion, is just infinitely better. There, I said it. The second one that I want to mention for this is the Kate Daniels series by Ilana Andrews. This is actually a book written by a wife and husband couple using Ilana Andrews as the pen name, and I read through this entire series, not this month of June, but last month, like the entire series. Every book, every short story I could get my hands on, read the entire thing in one go, minus this first book, which I had read the month before. So, you know, if you're looking for something to binge that has 8 books in the original series, plus about 4 novellas, and 1 book in a series that is hopefully very close to being in the process of the rest of it coming out, then I really recommend these, because they're really, really good, and they take a unique view on urban fantasy, which is something I always appreciate. Trope number 3 is Not Like Other Girls, I Didn't Know I Was Pretty. And for this, it is a book with a beautiful cover that bores you to hell. And for that book, I have to choose Ruby Red by Kirsten Gear. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. The detail work on it, you got clockwork, there's rubies scattered around on the red cover. It's so shiny, it's like the perfect red color. Honestly, the size of the book, the hardback, but being thin and just oof and oof and but I was bored, so bored reading them, and I wanted to love them, especially because they were originally written in German, if I remember correctly, and this is a translation. Translated from the German by Athena Bell. And I finished the first 2 books and then never read the 3rd one, and I don't miss it. I only keep it because it's one of the prettiest books I own. And if I remember correctly, you had a little bit of insta-love, but the real issue I had with the book is that the main character doesn't really have a character. She believes whatever she is told. She doesn't make up her own mind about things. And it's, you know, it involves time travel, and I should have loved it. I wanted to. It's absolutely gorgeous, but boring as hell. Trope number 4 is Allconsuming Love. And for this, name a book that gave you a bookish hangover. Honestly, I haven't had a hangover for a while, and truly, my hangovers normally come from consuming mass amounts of books in a short period of time and then not being able to read anything. Sort of had a little one after reading all of the Kate Daniels series by Alana Andrews a month ago, because all I wanted was more from that world. I just wanted more and more, and there isn't any more right now, which is very upsetting. But for this one, I'm actually going to name Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuinton. This is a contemporary, fictional, gay romance, and it was adorable, and it is one of the few books where the second I finished it, I had to turn back to the front page and start reading it again, which doesn't happen often for me. Almost never. Trope number 5 is the Douchebag Boyfriend. Name a book that took you a while to get into, but then you ended up loving it. And again, I've got 2 answers for this one. The first one that I thought of is one that I read earlier this year, and that is The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. This is kind of, sort of, not exactly a Mortal Instruments in the past kind of thing. And yes, I know that that is Clockwork Angel series, but it's, again, not actually part of the Mortal Instruments, but very similar thing where the main character finds out that she has this special ability to hunt demons and protect the human world. And honestly, I was really expecting to jump into the action like you do in City of Bones, where like 10 pages in she sees someone destroyed in the club and then all hell ensues as you go forward, and it didn't happen. And I was very, very happy about the fact that that did not happen in this book, because I really enjoyed getting to know the character as she was and giving her plenty of time to tell you about herself before she had to become someone completely else, and I really appreciated that. Really did. The next one I want to mention for this trope is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, because I read this book for the first time in high school, and it took a while for me to get into the old-timey writing. I'm not a big one for classics, but I absolutely love this one, and I have a few copies of it lying around places. But yeah, it took me a little while to get into it, and I was borrowing one of my high school teacher's copies that had like fun trivia facts in all of the margins, and it was printed that way, and I think that helped a lot keeping my attention and following the plot line the first time when you're so not used to reading language choices from this age. And the 6th and final prompt on this list is to name your favorite and least favorite trope. I started off with my least favorite trope, the overhearing things and then leaving before you hear the end of it, where they actually come back to your side. I hate that, because if you're going to go ahead and eavesdrop, you might as well eavesdrop to the entire conversation and get everything that they want to say, not just the one portion that hurts you. And again, you should communicate with the person that you overheard before you make assumptions. Always communicate. Communication is great. Did I mention the romantic communication in this book? I don't think I did. I should have. They communicate when things are wrong. And then a couple of my favorite tropes. I don't actually have a favorite one. I had to pull up lists of tropes just to pick some. is probably actually insta-love. I do like insta-love so long as there's a reason for it. There's a reason that they fall in love with someone upon first seeing them. It's not just, I see you, I love you, you're attractive. If there's more reason to it, then I tend to actually really enjoy insta-love. And another one that I kind of enjoy is the reluctant hero, where they're like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know how to do this, I don't want to do this, but I guess I'm gonna do it anyway. And when they can actually, you know, kind of get over themselves and go forth and do it, I like it. If they know not me too much, then I don't like that trope. So I guess it's kind of in the middle. 3 tropes. One on top, one in the middle, and one on bottom. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I'm going to tag a few people, which I haven't actually done. Normally I just say, if you want to do this, do the video and leave me a link. I'm gonna actually try tagging some people this time. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. I post videos on Wednesday. Have a wicked day.